Good afternoon, everybody. So this video is just homework answers. If you're feeling very confident, take a second, check your answers. If you got them all right, great, you're done. Move on to today's lesson. If you need time to have me explain them, then watch the video or move to the parts where you need my help. So these are the answers to the homework. Pause here to take a second and go through and check. And once you've found ones that you need help with, fast forward through the video to get to those questions. All right, so the first question with the A through F is what we did in the beginning of class. It's almost like it's the last step of the factor by grouping just to get you used to it. So in A, I need to pull out a GCF. I have two terms here, one there and one there. And my GCF, what they both have in common, is x plus 5. Now, technically, when you pull out the GCF, you would divide both the terms by that GCF, which I'm going to do right now, but I'm not going to do it in future questions because it's sort of understood that that's what's happening, because what happens every time is they cancel each other out. And I'm left with x plus 7. And that's the answer. B, here's a term. There's a second term. So my GCF is x minus 2. I'm not going to show it, but I'm dividing it into each term. And what's left over is 4x minus 3. In C, a term here and a term here. A little bit more complicated. But what they both have in common is the x minus 3. What I have left is x plus 10 plus x plus 5. In the answer key, I showed an extra set of parentheses right there just to show that the x minus 3 is being multiplied by both of those. So my GCF in part D is x plus 4. And when that cancels, I'm left with 2x minus 7 plus x plus 2. And there we go. In E, one term, two terms. So my GCF is 2x minus 1. And then I'm left with 4x plus 3 minus x plus 2. On F, right there and right there, and my GCF is x plus 5, and what's left over is 3x plus 7 minus 2x minus 4. Okay, so number 2, Kayla tries to simplify this expression, blah, 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 as follows. And so they show some of her steps, and then they say, show using x equals 2 that the simplification is incorrect. Then give the correct simplification. So they're flat out telling you she did something wrong. They want you to use x equals 2 to show that. So what I would do is I would go up to the original equation and I would plug in x equals 2. So wherever you see an x, plug in a 2, calculate it. I kind of cheated a little bit and I put this expression in my y1 and I went to my table, and in the x column I found the 2, and what I found in the y column was a 55. So when I look at her work here, so it looks to me like she pulled out a GCF. It looks, I don't know, she pulled out the GCF and she put what was remaining in the parentheses. So what I did next was I put this in my y2 because that's for simplification. Or you can plug in the x equals 2 and calculate that. And when I went to the table for my y, I got a 25. Now, if these were truly, if it was a correctly done simplification, they would be equal. So my y value should be the same, and it's not. So we really kind of got to look at what she did. So when she pulled out the x plus 3 and she wrote what was remaining in that set of parentheses, what she did not do that we have been doing is she did not put the two binomials in parentheses. So that is her mistake, and the reason why is because of that subtraction. So the way that I have this written here is how we were doing it in question number 1. But if you wanted to simplify it further, that minus makes a difference. Because she didn't put those parentheses, she combined like terms. I got 3x minus 1. But when you have polynomials that you're subtracting with parentheses, you have to distribute that -1. So I'm going to do that over here on the right. So I have the x plus 3. And then I have 5x plus 2. Once you distribute the -1, you can get rid of the parentheses. And you have minus 2x plus 3. And that's the difference. They have a minus 3 there. So now when I combine like terms, I get, not 5, I get 3x plus 5, which is different than what Kayla got. Now then I went and put this in my y3. I went to my table, and at the x equals 2, there was a 55. So that in turn verifies that that is the correct simplification.